Well, last Friday on the eve of Yom Kippur, the Canadian Parliament invited a man who was cast as a Ukrainian fighter in World War II against Russia, and with Zelensky there, and I think he was there, was he not?
Yeah.
They gave him
that was the idea.
Yeah, they gave this 98-year-old freedom fighter, as people were given to understand it, an incredible standing ovation. And it came out rather quickly then that he had indeed been a member of the Waffen SS, excuse me. That he wasn't quite the Ukrainian freedom fighter that they had cast him as. He had opposed Russia. He was, part of I guess you could call the SS an elite German force, Nazi force. It turns out they'd applauded a Nazi. And then came the recriminations and the apologies, which were very strange and which we'll go into.
Yeah, so there are so many layers to this. First, let's just listen to, a quick summation. There's some audio, some video that might be helpful. This is kind of the scene that everybody's talking about, where the Speaker of the House, the Canadian Speaker of the House of Commons, he had invited this figure, Yaroslav Hunka. The speaker's name is Anthony Rota, and we're going to hear some audio from Rota and then kind of the reaction.
We have here in the chamber today Ukrainian Canadian world veteran from the Second World War who fought the Ukrainian independence against the Russians and continues to support the troops today, even at his age of 98. His name is Yaroslav Hunka. And I was going to say he's in the gallery, but I think you beat me to that. But I'm very proud to say that he is from North Bay and from my riding of Nipissing-Temiskaming. He's a Ukrainian hero, a Canadian hero, and we thank him for all his service. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So let's start with just the basics. Let's assume total ignorance of everything in Yaroslav Hunka's past.
You mean ignorance on our
already
part? Or ignorance
on their part?
On their part, okay. Well, it's profound.
Let's assume all they knew.
It's profound ignorance, isn't it? First of all, this is the sound of people applauding their own virtue and unstoppable in their admiration for themselves. Very stupid people, too, because how could you have not paused when someone is introduced as a fighter against Russia in World War II and thought, for exactly whom was he fighting? I mean, who are these illiterates? And yet, not only do they applaud without cease, they laugh at the next joke and so on. I mean, they are trained SEALs. I'm sorry. There had to be people in that audience who knew something of the history of World War